Hello, welcome to our Healthy Back to School Hacks. I am Michelle Fletcher, and I'm excited about this topic and our conversationalist tonight because it's going to be really good, and I feel like it's something that is so relevant to right now. A lot of your kids are getting back into school if they haven't started already. I know some have already started this week, and so we thought, how fitting is it to have a conversation about some of the things that we have learned through our healthy community and share those things with you. So I'll just say welcome tonight. Hopefully, maybe you want to take a notepad and a pen and take some notes because you're going to get some really fantastic ideas that you can implement right away into your everyday life. And I first would love to introduce our our speakers or my girlfriends because this is going to be a nice conversational chat. So hi ladies, I want to introduce Joy. Joy is a huge fitness and health advocate. She is a mom of an athlete, a collegiate athlete, and she has just been inspiring so many people to get healthier through nutrition and exercise for a while now, probably 6, 7 years. So thank you for being on tonight, Joy. Then we have Cynthia. Cynthia is a kindergarten teacher. Please pray for her this year, guys. It's not going to be easy, but she's amazing at what she does. She has been into fitness most of her life, into fitness and just inspiring those around her. She incorporated some tools that upped her nutritional game years ago. And I mean, she is she just spreads the message onto so many people. So not only to her little kids, even in the classroom she does, but everyone that she's surrounded by, because she wants, like all of us on here, more people to live healthier lives. And next, I'd love to introduce Nicole Fiol. She is our Latina diva, and she is just a wealth of, oh my gosh, so much knowledge. She's a health coach. She's a mom of 3. She just does so much in her community to spread the message of health and nutrition. And I mean, she's just amazing. So she's going to have some really good ideas for us tonight. All these ladies are coming with it. Next, we have Alicia. Alicia is a mama of 2. She is, oh my goodness, Alicia, help me out, because I know you have a degree in psychology, is it?
Yes, I have a degree in psychology and certifications in neurolinguistic programming, time techniques, basically lots of really nifty coaching techniques to help really push forward that health mission that we have.
Yes. So thank you. It was the neurolinguistics that got me, guys. I had to have her come on and help me out. So Alicia is also a cancer survivor of over 15 years now.
Correct.
Yes. And so she has just incorporated so many changes into her and her family's life for the better. And she's learned so many things on the way. So I'm excited for you guys to hear from her also. And last but not least, we have Hyvel, but I call her Bella. She is amazing. So Bella is a heart and also a diabetes ambassador for the Heart Association and the Diabetes Association. She has overcome a lot of challenges. She's a mom of 2. She overcame a heart attack and also a stroke. And she is here with us. I mean, a transformed woman. If you saw her a few years ago, 5 years ago, she looks like a totally different person. She's just like glowing from the outside. She's shed a lot of weight. I mean, she's just her healthiest self. And I love that she's just feeds into inspiring so many others to be healthy also. So we are going to get into this conversation. Before we start, I just want to say we are making no health or medical claims or cures, but a lot of what we're sharing tonight is definitely going to benefit you and your family. And we just want you to know that there's some easier ways to do things out there. So the conversation is all about some healthy mom hacks that we have learned over the years, or we have may have been incorporating for a while. So I'm going to throw out the first question to anyone who wants to answer, and anyone can jump in whenever. And I love that I'm seeing the comments on the side. You girls rock. Hey, ladies. Hey, everyone who's on tonight. The first question is, ladies, we know that school is starting. For me, it's going to be in my home. So just having some ways to make my days easier with this different way of learning. And, when kids are home, they like to eat all day. So what are some of the foods, or what are some of the things that you're preparing, not only that are healthy and easy, but also like brain foods that are going to encourage focus and better behavior and, just more energy for the day? So share with us, what are some of the tricks that you have in your arsenal?
I'll go first. Nicole over here. So I am a mom of 3 teenagers, endless stomachs, and a 4-year-old. And she never is full either. So what I do at times, most of the time, especially when we're all home, most of the days, right? I take out what's snacks for the day. And then, the meals, I'll prepare them, however that goes. But for this, I have to put like, this is for you, this is for you, and this is for you. You choose how to eat it throughout the day. Because one of my ideas as a mom is to teach them to listen to their bodies. And once they're not with me, they're all on their own, which is most of the time away from, what's going on now. And I don't want to control them. I want them to start experience themselves and, feeling their belly. And when they're full, they stop. So that's one of the things I do. And if they eat it all at once, and that's for the day, and then I tell the others, it's up to you if you want to share or not. That person made that choice. So that's one. Another one, I use nuts, like the trail nuts. I buy them and mix them. We love pistachios, and a very good one that we are enjoying lately, guacamole. I the avocado, and I chop the tomatoes, the onions, and the cilantro, a little bit of lemon, and we snack that throughout the day, or at times when we're hungry before our meals, and it's going fantastic. And we're enjoying lots of watermelon, which I think is one of the most economical fruits that are so delicious for the summer. So I buy the half thing and I just chop it and we eat that.
All right,
I can go ahead.
All right, I want to jump in because Nicole touch a little bit on nuts, and I know there's such a bad rep on nuts, but study shows that nuts are so good for your heart. It's a great source of protein, and they are healthy fats. So it's very good to not eat a lot of it, but a handful of nuts is so good for you. Like, for example, almond, it helps lower cholesterol. It helps decrease heart disease. It's high in vitamin E. So it's just a nutritional powerhouse. So nuts are actually very, very good for you. So that's what I do. Like, my daughter, she loves almonds. Like, every day when I leave my house, I usually I have a handful of nuts, and I know I have good nutrition in my system. Quick and simple.
Well, let me chime in also. I think as far as hacks and stuff that we have to feed our children, I actually bring my son in the kitchen and I want to empower him to make, correct decisions. And, it's just, chopping up celery or just making sure that the vegetables or fruit are accessible and looks cute on the kitchen so he can grab and go. Because I'm not always, like Nicole said, we're not always going to be around to supervise them. So we want to make sure that they're able and empowered to make right decisions.
And I can also add, yes, definitely allowing them to make decisions and allocating like an amount for the day separated by child is definitely key. I have 2 children, but I go ahead and on Sunday evenings, I pre-prepare Ziploc bags full of a week's worth of fruits in different Ziploc bags, veggies, or even Tupperware if we want to be definitely earth friendly too. Just little Tupperwares that are ready to grow in their own row or baskets so that they know this is Emma's snacks and this is Christian's snacks. And they can throughout the week grab something quick that's good for them. And then with homeschooling, be able to sit at their desk, continue learning, eat something that will nourish their bodies. But having that meal prep time and having the children engage in that meal prep time is definitely very exciting. Like even to put the fruits for the 3-year-old in a little butterfly form, or, just to have it all cutely set out so that they're excited to run to the refrigerator and say, yes, I want my yummy snack when I'm hungry.
And Alicia, you have your hands full because you have the 3-year-old, but then you have the teenager. So it's two totally like different amounts of food and types of food. So
the 3-year-old eats as much as a 16-year-old. It's like, she's just empty, like there's a hole or something in her belly. She could just keep eating.
Worm. That's what my mom would say, worms. Right?
Yeah.
So I love that. One thing I learned when my kids were little, they were like around 1 and 3, was to get a muffin tin and put different snacks in it and just lay it out on the table. So I would have like grapes and carrot sticks and hummus and maybe some chips for them to dip and fill up that muffin tray. I used the 6 cup one, but that's such a great way for the kids to dive in. Now my kids are older, they're 10 and 12. And I love that one of my friends in this health community was sharing about and I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, but I will share more information on the page, but the charcuterie board is kind of like a cheese and grape board, if you guys have ever seen that. But instead, we make it healthier. So you can just lay out all these healthy things for the day, which I am going to be incorporating when school starts. I'm just going to create that board, and it's going to have the healthy fruits, veggies, like the chips, the dip, and that will be it. That way, you know what? That saves you from having to get a tap on the shoulder every 30 minutes that they need something to snack on. So I love all those suggestions, ladies. My next question, because I know some of you on here are really awesome in the kitchen, but you've simplified a lot of things and made them a lot more healthier. What are some healthy recipes and healthy and easy recipes that you've been incorporating into your family's everyday routine?
Let me jump in because, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I am excited about this because the shake, the Juice Plus Complete Shake, has actually transformed my son's life. And when I say that, I'm in the kitchen, I do a lot of experiments, but I noticed lately he's in there with his shake and he's making oatmeal. He's putting his 2 scoops. We're making ice cream. So we're really being inventive in the kitchen. And like I said, I'm teaching him how to make better decisions. But, dealing with a kid, we have to make sure that the food is tasty, it's beautiful, and very editable. So that while he's in the kitchen helping me cook, he's also modifying his meal. And, he makes pancakes, he makes oatmeal, he makes his own shake. And I'm just so glorified that he is right there with me. And he is actually modifying his taste bud slowly. So we're all on the same page.
For me, I could jump in on this question also. For me, I have 2 simple, easy, yummy recipe that my kids love sweets, but with these 2 recipes, they are eating healthier, but and very, very yummy. So the first one is a banana muffin that I do, which only has 5 recipes. And of course, I will put the recipe into the link after this. Only 5 recipes: oatmeal, of course, the protein shake that Vela talked about, eggs, banana, and maple syrup. That's it. And my kids love it. They could grab it to go. They could grab it for breakfast. They could grab it as a snack. They love eating it. And the other one that I do pretty often is the protein ball, 4 recipes, the protein powder again, raw oatmeal, honey, and peanut butter. My kids think it's dessert, but it's actually very, very healthy. So those two recipes, those are two things that I do very often at the house. The kids love it. I bring it to different events. They are just so yummy and simple.
Okay, I also have to mention the fact of we have an air fryer. And we know kids love French fries and a lot of stuff. And that is a game changer because we don't use oils in our house. And he is comfortable using the air fryer. So I would just urge you all to get one, invest in that so you can cut down on the oil. You know, I talk a lot about heart health, and that is a major thing when it comes to my households. Every time I see him use the air fryer, I am glorified.
I love that, Bella. I love my air fryer.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joy.
Recently too, and I love mine too. So I'll jump in. I'm not a whiz in the kitchen, but one thing that I did learn in this community was the salad in the jar, which was a game changer for me for lunch. I like to save money, so I always take my lunch to work with me. So instead of having to pack a lunch every night or every morning, when things were normal, we did salad parties together where we all got together and we made 5 or 6 salads or however many salads you wanted to make for the week. And I put them in the refrigerator, and I had salads all week to grab and go and put in my lunch. And again, before becoming a part of this community, I never would have eaten a salad every day for lunch. But just the variety that I've learned about putting in your salads and experimenting and the different salad dressings and nuts, again, like Cynthia said, different kind of nuts and seeds to add to your salad. So it's different and nutritious. Has just been a game changer for me. So I know we kind of do some virtual as well, some virtual salad parties as well, but nothing beats the in-person salad parties.
I want to add something different besides everything that they have mentioned. I do pancakes with no flour. The complete shake that Bella mentioned and Cynthia, that's a game changer in our health and in our lifestyle. We use that every single day. You only need for 1 banana, 1 egg, the complete shake, and powder, cinnamon powder. Delicious. So that could be breakfast, snacks, to go, anything you, however, hot, cold, room temperature, delicious. And on top of that, I also use, well, my children eat rice like every day. If they don't have rice in one of their meals, it's like they never ate. So I try to spice it up differently. So I do cilantro rice, which is delicious. I encourage them to have colors in their plates, and that's another way that I use to add colors. So I use cilantro rice, which you blend the cilantro with the amount of water for the amount of rice and garlic, and make your rice as you usually do. I also add another recipe is with red peppers, regular white rice. I use jasmine rice, and I slice the red peppers and I saute it with the oil that I'm gonna use for the rice. And then I add the rice, put it all together, and cook your rice as usual. And it leaves such a beautiful, delicious aroma and flavor into the rice. And they see the red peppers throughout the rice, and it's just a go, because I mix it with anything else, tomatoes, avocado, and it's just like a whole complete meal. Delicious. And meat.
Yeah, can I add something to that? When Nicole just talked about how she just flavor her rice. Now, my son does not like certain vegetables. So what I do is I puree it and I put it in his food, and, he doesn't see it. So he's actually eating it and doesn't realize. So that's a hack that, just go ahead and blend it. They won't even realize it's sauce. It's a red sauce, right?
I am loving all of these. Oh, I'm sorry, Alicia.
Yeah. No, I was just going to add, I'm not really the cook in the group, but thanks to our individual complete shakes, even my 3-year-old knows how to make a yummy recipe shake. And it's just been it's been just amazing to see her know that it's one packet and 16 ounces of almond milk and a banana and a peanut butter. There you go. There's my recipe for this question, since I'm not the chef of the group. But just like having them again engaged in the kitchen is phenomenal. And then crock pots. I love air fryers, but crock pot recipes, like, never say goodbye to our crock pots, because throughout the day it like cooks and it's yummy. It's also healthy. So just remembering to pull that out. It's the whole cleansing part that always gets to me, though. Air fryer, crock pot, juicers. So shakes, so much faster.
I want to throw very fast or share very fast the overnight oats. For many, I didn't eat oatmeal because I was in this idea that oatmeals get me fatter, you know, all that conversation or education that I don't know where it comes from, but I believed it for years. And so once I started adding more whole foods, that's one of the things that I add almost every day to my diet, same as bananas. And overnight oatmeals, it's amazing because I can make 3-4 in one night, and then I have them ready. They could be a yummy dinner, a yummy breakfast, a little bit for dessert, because you can make them as sweet or salty as you want, adding different layers, and it's so beautiful and easy, even on the go, because they last. It's just a great way that I use to, and they are so fulfilling. I love it. Overnight oatmeals, yes.
I love all these tips. What I love is that you guys incorporated all the things that I use as my easy go-tos, which are smoothies, where I sneak in so many veggies and fruits into those smoothies for me and the family. I love to freeze vegetables right when I think, hey, they're probably about to spoil. I throw them in my freezer and then I throw them in my smoothie. So I have zucchini in my freezer. I have cucumbers. I throw them in the smoothie. The kids have no idea. And I'll talk more about our protein shake from Juice Plus because it's so good. It disguises the taste of mostly everything. And it's just so yummy and delicious. The kids have no idea. Then my second go-to is making a big pot of soup. I love to do that like on a Sunday. And I have that as a quick go-to meal for all of us, where if you're hungry, hey, grab some soup, we warm it up and it's ready to go. And like Joy mentioned was the salad. So I have the 3 S's, the smoothies, soups, and salads. So I loved all those suggestions. And someone had asked, are we going to share the recipes? Yes, we will share recipes in this group once this event is over. So don't worry, if there's a recipe that you didn't see posted, we'll be sure to share that with you. So ladies, we know how it can be. I know how it can be hard to get your kids to stay hydrated, to have them drink their water. I know some of you in here are really clever with things that you're doing to get your kids to drink their water and stay hydrated. So please share with us. I know me and Alicia were having a discussion about this just yesterday.
Yeah, I'm making. Oh, go ahead, Cynthia, if you want.
Go ahead, baby.
Okay, I'm making a contest that starting when school starts next week for my kids. We're gonna have a water contest with a chart on the fridge, and it's gonna be a contest on how many bottles of water we consume a day, because we have to have some creative, fun way to get these kids encouraged or just motivated to drink water. Water definitely is very good for them. I've made sure with my second child, like as you probably some of you heard, I have a 3-year-old and a 16-year-old. So the first time you kind of learn with your first child, right? And then when you get older, you're like, okay, no more juices from the moment that they're 1 or 2. Let's go right to only water. So that's been great, but then making it fun so it's exciting. And so I came up with a water challenge with the kids that we're going to create this weekend, a beautiful water chart, and we're going to be jotting points to see who gets the most water. So then at the end of the week, that person can get a little prize, whatever. I'll make something fun, but just making it fun, get those kids to like get that H2O in their bodies. It's so necessary, so important.
With water, for me, it's consistency. Since I started being part of this community, what I've always done is I walk around with a water bottle. Like everybody knows me as a water lady. This is a 40 ounces of water. Everywhere I go with it. And then my kids, kids learn through modeling. My kids, they see me with a water bottle every day. My son, who's 17 years old, he would leave the house, grab his phone, grab his water bottle, like it's automatic. But it's because that I've incorporated for the past 6 years of their lives. They do not leave the house without their water. Like it's almost like it's sinful. What? If you walk out without your bottle, it's like, where's your bottle? Like, what's wrong with you? And then having the bottle that keeps the water nice and cool helps also. Like we will go to the beach, we each grab a water bottle. It's hot and sunny. You drink your water, your water is still nice and cool. So my kids have really, really incorporated a lot of water in their diet, but it's because once they see me do it all the time, and then two, no matter where you are, my son goes on the couch, he grab his bottle and he sits with it next to him. My daughter goes on the computer, like they always have their bottle next to them. So that forces them to drink the water constantly.
Definitely. I have a quick story also. Once I started my health journey, my son, at Publix, we used to get 6 gallons of that big gallon of lemonade. And, the one that's really bad, it's a lot of sugar. And, I was looking at it because he had a touch of ADHD. And, if you look in the back of those containers, you can see how much fructose, sucrose. Not only that, the additives as far as the dyes and the stuff that they don't really have to put in there. So I'm like, we're going to buck this. So what I did was I got an empty bottle and I would go half juice and half water. And they hated me in the house for a while. But I started drinking water. So today, when I see him go to that fridge and go ahead and drink that water, because I don't even introduce that stuff in my house anymore. So now he's fully water. And my husband's like, he's drinking too much water. I say, no, I am happy. I am happy every time he drinks water. So it took a while to get where he needed to be. But, with everything, it's like, it takes practice. And I am glorified every time he picks up a bottle of water. And he does it quite often without me even have to ask him to do it.
Listen,
that's great.
You are leading by great example, Bella. Sorry, Joy.
And I think no, that's okay. And I think as they get older, they just kind of learn. I was the same way. It wasn't until maybe like 6-7 years ago I started like trying to eat healthier and live healthier, and just be more aware of what we were putting in our bodies. And so my son was kind of the same way. It was like, there was juice for breakfast. There was, a tea or something, some kind of fruit punch for dinner. And slowly I started taking that away. And so now he walks around all the time with this big jug of water, and he just refills it wherever he goes. And that's mostly what he drinks. So again, I think teaching them that, and I think they sort of learn the difference, how it benefits them, and how it's good for them. And so the other thing I wanted to share was we I can't remember who shared this recipe, but it was like a homemade Gatorade, but a more healthier Gatorade. And there were like 4 or 5 ingredients, so it's super simple. It's coconut water. It's like half coconut water, half regular water. A pinch of Himalayan sea salt. 2 tablespoons of honey or some sort of sweetener, natural sweetener. And what else was it? Then it's like a 4th cup of fresh orange juice or lemons or limes or whatever kind of flavor you or your kids like. And you blend it and mix it, and super simple, but a lot healthier than, again, those drinks that you buy out of the store that are supposed to be, hydration drinks.
Alongside that idea, Joy. I'm sorry, Joy. Alongside that idea, we love over here water. Fruits are another way of hydrating ourselves, like watermelon, berry, oranges, the delicious apple, and adding that into a jar that has like a little thing for them to pour. Gosh, that gets them excited, and for fun, just to make a mess or for whatever reason, they just go there, drink it, and it keeps them coming back. And I also tell them about, look at your urine, how dark or how much clear less color does it have, because the less color it has, the more hydrated you are. So often throughout the day, I ask them, what color was your urine? What color was your urine? So it teaches them. So that's another way our body is always talking to us through our urine and all smells and all that good stuff. Also, I tell them, don't wait until you're thirsty, because once you're thirsty, you're like kind of like dehydrated. So let's just have, small sips, but keep yourself hydrated throughout the day so you can reduce cramps and you can be more focused and alert and all that good stuff. And a bottle of water, it's a goal over here as well, especially in school time. Yes.
Can I add a quick thing to that? Reaching for a can of soda, people don't realize that it actually dehydrates your body. It's stuff that we don't need to drink, and water is hydration. And, you think as you go for a can of soda, you're getting some hydration. No, it's actually the reverse.
So true, Vella. Yes, that caffeine is no bueno. So I know for me, one of my things usually at the beginning of the school year is I buy new water bottles for the kids. So that's going to be my, encouraging them to drink more water. And I love all these bottles they have out now. These bottles will keep your water cold for days. It's just awesome. So there's no excuses that their water is going to be warm or gross. No. And then everything else you ladies shared, adding the fruits, modeling. I mean, modeling's a big thing. They're watching us all throughout the day. So I love that we still have them where they're young enough to want to follow our lead, even though at times they act like they don't. But they eventually do come along, right? So I love all the comments that are coming on here. With online learning, now they can drink more water. That's right. That's right. So water with lime is great, or apple cider vinegar. Yes, I love using apple cider vinegar in my water too. It does something with digestion. It just makes your stomach feel more at ease. But if you don't like apple cider vinegar, put some lemon in there too. It will overpower it. So great tips, ladies. I did want to talk tonight about something that unites all of us on here, and probably some of you that are watching. And I feel like this is our secret weapon, but we love sharing it because we know how beneficial it can be to moms. So 9 years ago, I was going to a holistic pediatrician who actually had this all over his office, and he shared this with his patients. And then I met a mom who shared it with me because he just never had the opportunity to, but she shared something called Juice Plus. My holistic pediatrician recommended it. And then this mom, she had a child who was on the spectrum, had high functioning autism, and she had been using it with her family at the time for over 10 years. And when we met and we started talking, because we were total strangers at the time, we happened to just jump into this health conversation. And she gave me these gummies to try, and me and my kids were eating them like they were candy. They're so delicious, guys. So what it is a way to get up to 30 fruits and vegetables in your diet and your children's diet every day. And it comes in delicious gummies. These are my kids' gummies. These are my gummies. I'm like, don't touch my gummies. The berry blend is so delicious. But you know what? These two are delicious too. I definitely do snack on theirs. It has a fruit blend, a vegetable blend, and a berry blend. And between those three blends, you're getting 30 vine ripened, non-GMO, no herbicide or pesticide used on any of those fruits and vegetables that are in it. And what they did is they picked everything and then it's processed, and they took out the water, the sugar, and the salt. So now you're left with mainly the micronutrition and some of the fiber, because they don't just juice it like we would juice our fruits and vegetables. They actually grind it, and they're grinding everything. They're grinding the skin of those fruits and vegetables. How many of you guys are eating orange skins? Not many of us, but did you know there is a lot of nutrition in the skins of fruits and vegetables? And a lot of times we're not eating that because maybe one, it tastes gross, or we just don't want to eat the skin for some reason. So you and your children have the opportunity to get this in your diets every day. And my children and I have been doing that for 9 years. And I will tell you, when I first started, I had a child that was a super picky eater. He would not eat vegetables no matter what I did. He was a baby at the time. He was 14 months. And we started on this. I was just like, I need something, anything that I can help to get his body, more equipped and his immune function better, because he was constantly sick. And I kind of correlated the two. And within 2 months of us starting on this, he wasn't sick the entire 2 months, which was amazing because he used to be sick all the time, guys. And he began to pick up broccoli one day at the 2 month mark and eat it. And I was like, what? He was only 16 months at that point. The next day, he started picking up cabbage and eating it. So that was just incredible to see that happen with a child that young. You can't force them to do that. And so we became believers. And I didn't need that kind of evidence to prove that, because what stands apart with Juice Plus is the fact that it's the #1 nutritional research product in the world. It has NSF certification, which is a nonprofit organization that goes in and makes sure that what's on the label is in the product and what's in the product is on the label. So they make sure there's no herbicides or pesticides or any lead or anything or any contaminants in our product. And they do this randomly and have been doing that for a very long time. Juice Plus has been around for 25 years and we have never failed their test. Now, I will share that the vitamin industry now is not regulated. So there's a lot of times where you can be taking vitamins. I grew up on vitamins. My mom was like, you don't eat very well. You need to take a vitamin. And vitamins, they can have all kinds of stuff in them because they're not regulated. And I love that Oprah Winfrey, she did a study on random vitamins in the grocery store. And they found so many things in these vitamins that were just pulled off the shelf randomly. And even one of those vitamins was a children's vitamin, and it was found to have lead in it. And you know how damaging lead is to an adult. Now think about your growing child. That's just, it's crazy and it's devastating. But we know that we have a security of getting a lot of nutrition through Juice Plus, and it's better than vitamins. People try to compare it because maybe we come in capsules and we also come in gummies, but it's not the same. It's just the fruits and vegetables that have been concentrated into powders and put into gummies or capsules. So it gives me as a mom that peace of mind that I'm doing something good no matter, how our days go, because some days are crazy and we can't be these perfect moms that have the best food laid out and the best dinners. But we know that we started our day off right with this nutrition. And I love that the ladies mentioned our Juice Plus complete protein powder, because that has been huge in my family too. Like my children are both athletes. I've always been into fitness, and it's just like such a great pre or post workout meal. It's a great breakfast. Like starting your day out with our protein shake from Dr. Sears, and Dr. Sears is considered like America's pediatrician. He's a huge advisor to so many celebrities on their children's health, and he has his own practice. And he calls our protein shake one of the best meals you can have in a day. And that's even if you mixed it with water and drink it. So it has things in it that your kids and maybe you, I know I wouldn't eat on a regular basis on a plate, but you would eat it in our shake because it tastes so good. So it has things like spirulina, it has millet, amaranth, quinoa, it has broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, it has pumpkin seed. It has all these things. The list goes on and on. So it just has all these amazing things. And if you can see Nicole down there, see Daniela? That is a Juice Plus baby. She used that as her prenatal. And Daniela loves her shake. Alicia's daughter is also 3. I think Daniela's 4. But Alicia's daughter loves the shake. And I'm amazed at her daughter. I think she's really like 21 in a 3-year-old body, Alicia's daughter, because she makes the shake. It's amazing, the things that she does. I don't know. But, I'm so happy to see that families are thriving with this nutrition. And it's nothing that we're in the kitchen slopping and cutting and doing all this extra preparation. We're just grabbing like packets. I know for me, I'm just grabbing my capsules and I'm just like popping them in the morning and keeping it going. So that's one thing that I wanted to share with you. And I will share that right now until the end of September, so children get Juice Plus for free. If you have a child between the age of 4 until from 4 to college age doing their undergraduate, if you're getting Juice Plus, you can sponsor them to get it for free for up to 4 years. That's incredible, guys. I was doing that when we started on it. It's just amazing that the company has not only a mission or a vision for helping people get healthy, but they want to see the future generations be healthier too. And so that is part of what we do. We help families get started, and then you don't have to worry about getting started alone or only having your kids doing it because you can get them for free. That's amazing. But we also have an additional promotion on top of the free for your kids. If you do decide to do it, where we sponsor your child to get it for free, we're giving you the shake, a pouch of our shake, which is a $35 value for free. So you could try our shake that we've been raving about for free. You just pay an extra $5 for the cost of shipping. So please speak to the person who invited you onto this event about these products because they are amazing. I don't share them because, I share them because I know and I've seen hundreds of lives changed from adding this nutrition. And you look at it and it's like something so small can make such a big difference, but it does. So that is my numero uno tip. But I do want to encourage you guys, with everything happening, we want to make sure we're taking vitamin D if we're not in the sun. I know a lot of us, our schedules have just been so different. You're maybe working from home and you're not getting out into the sun at the hours where the sun's rays are giving you those vitamin D nutrients that you need. So please add into your arsenal vitamin D. It's hard to get it from food. There's a few foods that have vitamin D. Actually, our shake also does include vitamin D because it has mushrooms. But you need to be getting vitamin D. It can actually help to prevent disease also. You want to include zinc in there. I'm sure you've heard of zinc. There's so many other natural things, alternatives out there that you can use. But just upping your nutritional game is going to help to strengthen your immune system for sure. And then we want to incorporate our core 4, which is getting enough sleep, getting enough hydration, stressing less, and upping that nutrition. So we just gave you super easy ways to up your nutrition. Between Juice Plus and all the tips the ladies shared here tonight, they are amazing. That's our easiest mom hack. And so we learn from each other all the time. And I definitely want to invite you guys. We have a health group on Facebook outside of this group. This group is just for our events, which we're constantly sharing recipes and health tips. And, it's a fun group to keep you inspired health-wise. And we're right now doing a total body challenge workout, which has been crazy. The planks have been wild. But also just eating more fruits and vegetables. If anything inspired you today, if you start eating 1 or 2 more fruits and vegetables every day, or if you don't feel like you can do that, definitely get on Juice Plus. If that's hard for you, Juice Plus may be the solution you've been asking for. I don't know how old most of you on here are, but it's like Jetson food come to life. So you can make it real easy on yourself. But I want to say thank you to all of our panelists. They're always so good and so wise and have so many great tips. Friend us if you want to on Facebook. We love more friends and we're constantly sharing and trying to educate the community. But thank you again, ladies, for taking the time out tonight. This was really good. And I am going to be incorporating a lot of this.
It was.
Yeah. Unmute.
And then Michelle, Michelle, I wanted to invite for 2 more things. One, the full body challenge. So we're only at day 13, so it's not too late to join us. Don't be intimidated.
Yeah.
I'm intimidated by the planks. And then our berry challenge. So we're still in the first month of our berry challenge, where we're taking the berry blend to support our immune system. Our berry blend has over 10 berries in there: bilberry, elderberry, blueberries, pomegranate. So, we're just trying to flood our bodies with good nutrition to help our immune system. So yeah, I wanted to put that in there too. But this has been great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Joy. I almost forgot about those two. And our berry challenge, guys, it costs less than 90 cents to be part of that a day. It's so good. And you're getting a lot of nutrition, and our bodies need all this nutrition and antioxidants. So thank you for that reminder. Anything else, ladies? Anyone have any last words? Yes.
I want to share very quick. Ever since I this community, I love to say I have one less worry ever since I added all this concentrated nutrition. As a mom, as a human being, it's just one less worry, and it's one positive action that I'm taking for them and for myself, because I'm not a perfect eater, but I know I have all that nutrition in me. So let's go. And my body reacts differently, much healthier, unconsciously, drinking more water. And it's talking, I'm more connected with my body,
Yeah.
and intuitive. Like, okay, that I stop versus before I will eat it anyways and then I'll be bloated. So it's just a good help on our shoulders.
Quickly, I want to say also the community, you can start by one simple change and log on into Facebook. There's recipes, there's always doing something. So you can go ahead, just make that one simple change of connecting so you can see the lifestyle, and hopefully it will inspire you also to make that one simple change.
And I want to share some gratitude for the Healthy Starts program, because I know the main mission of this talk that we had this evening was about getting back to school and tips to make sure that our children are set off in a good path to take in the education while also eating good nutrition. The Healthy Starts program drastically changed our family's life, including especially my son, who's also diagnosed with high functioning autism. It greatly, within 3 months, significantly changed his weight. He lost 30 pounds. And he also went into honor rolls within just months of consuming. It just blew me away how changing the diet entirely as a family, as a structure, united together, was just really amazing. I get very emotional because it's impressive. And to think that there's a company that cares so much to allow your children for 4 years to be sponsored for free. It's incredible because it's done wonders for mine. So I encourage anyone who has children within the spectrum or without that to definitely, let's flood our children's bodies with the right things. Let's help them help their brains. It's from the inside out that we always have to consistently stay on their game. Let's teach them from now so they can lead our future generations into having a lifestyle that involves good nutrition.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing that, Alicia. Your son's transformation has just been amazing. And I'm just so happy for you guys. Thank you once again for being a part of this. And thank you for all that joined us to learn these tips. We will post recipes in this group as the days go on. But thank you so much and good night.